As Bitcoin now concretely is broken out of this 2-month consolidation pattern, the time to initiate booty splitting dumpage is now. As on this Bitcoin daily chart, we have now come into contact yet again with the absolute final level of horizontal support, right around 31 to 30,000 US dollars. As the entire altcoin market has been pushed below the 200 daily moving average, will Bitcoin's potential dump initiate a very strong rebound like we have seen many times prior? They say there are 3 types of people that are most susceptible to premature dumpulations: babies, grandmas, and moon boys. I'm your host, Samuel Sauce, and we're about to get lost in some sauce today, guys. This is an absolutely critical episode, as I firmly believe that now, at this very moment, if Bitcoin is going to initiate that last final dump, if we are going to see the lowest price levels that we're going to see over the next few months, it starts here. And there are a lot of things shaping up on these charts, and we've been waiting as Bitcoin's consolidation has become tighter and tighter, and there's been less and less price action. But I, as I said, firmly believe that this is about to come to an end very soon. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn on the notifications for these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. And without any further magoo, let's dump on it. Goodness gracious, and within the last 30 seconds that it took me to make that intro, Bitcoin is now dumped about 200 buccarinos. And I have no doubt that this is absolutely going to continue. I started filming this video about 2 minutes ago, when Bitcoin was at 31,400. Now it is a little bit below that, but the reason that that is significant is because it puts us at lows lower than we achieved yesterday after a pretty dumpy day, and the lows are actually going to be coming into contact with the lows that we have set in the past. And again, actually, yeah, we gotta extend this horizontal level, which Bitcoin is just right about. But guys, this is very big, and yeah, I definitely think that this dumpulation, this will be the dumpulation, meaning many times we see something like this, right? We see a little bit of a move to the downside, and eventually we get massive dumps. I mean, for example, many of these, we see a few days of red, usually. It's not usually just one giant red candle. It's usually multiple days of red. We've had multiple days of red here, and I think right now we're in the perfect position where the bears, this is their opportunity to actually push Bitcoin lower. As the bulls have failed every single turn over the past 2 months at gaining momentum. There was about 3 or 4 days where Bitcoin was able to break above the 21-day moving average concretely out of the last 2 months. So needless to say, that is not impressive. Okay, so when determining like a bear trend or a bearish market, usually you want to wait for 2 massive things. You want time to elapse, so you want there to be time for the bulls to have a response, and you want to see moves to the upside that quickly get rejected. And at this point, guys, I think it's fair to say that the bulls have been given the time, and the bulls have gotten rejected. Okay, the bulls have been failing every single turn, and the thing for me that was just, I guess, the least impressive was this battle right here around June 27th till now. So a couple of weeks where Bitcoin just did absolutely almost nothing at the 21-day moving average, was not even able to peek its head up a little bit higher here to the 50-day moving average right here, this green line. So again, the bulls had like 2 or 3 consecutive weeks where they weren't in a horrible position, and that could have initiated a very nice move to the upside, even if it was only temporary and we were going to keep going down, right? That would still be a scenario, but not even that. We weren't even really pushed anywhere above that. So again, this is the point where the scenario of Bitcoin getting a downside move to see if the bulls can defend this $30,000 level and actually give a very nice rebound like we've seen many times here. Initially back on the 19th of May, then on June 22nd was a pretty strong rebound as well. But yeah, I do think it's very possible we're going to see a candle like this again. And again, Bitcoin's just kind of hanging on by a thread here, but I think we're going to see the volatility increase a little bit for this move because I think something needs to happen here. Guys, before we go any further with Bitcoin though, taking a look at this is something that I've been following and I think is just very important. And now it's at a level that honestly looks quite alarming for Bitcoin, now below the 200-day moving average. And again, this is one of those scenarios where I think we could get a very big dump, but a quick rebound, very strong both ways. And if we do not get a quick rebound, then that's ultimate bearish territory. Now, last time we came down to this 200-day moving average, you can see we had a very big move below it, but we quickly stabilized over the next couple of days on it and then moved up, but it was overall not very strong. So a scenario here is if Bitcoin continues below here, which we currently are below this, and if we do not get a quick recovery above the 200-day moving average, then we can kiss a lot of this bullishness goodbye. for at least a couple of weeks here. Okay, even though this downtrend has been going on for very long, that is not a bullish thing. It's not a bullish setup if we actually fail this 200-day moving average for the entire altcoin market cap. And with that being said, the entire crypto market cap obviously looks quite bearish as well, as Bitcoin has been incredibly bearish. We've been below the 200-day moving average for the entire cryptocurrency market cap for a while. But now, I mean, obviously as well, as Bitcoin was testing its 21 daily moving average, the entire cryptocurrency market was doing the exact same and failing exactly the same. And now we're plummeting even lower. So huge level here, like 1.2 trillion is going to be a very big level for the entire crypto market cap. But this is really just make or break mode. There's two scenarios here. Either we just set a higher low and let's say we come down, maybe have a continued little drop like I've been mentioning, but set a higher low and ultimately recover, kind of have like a double bottom type pattern, or this gets very more bearish. But ultimately what I think needs to happen regardless is, like I said in the last video, I think right now it's very unlikely that at our price levels now, Bitcoin just shoots up a couple $1,000s. I think the two biggest scenarios are we're either just going to keep trading sideways or we're going to have a dump before anything else happens, meaning we could have a dump and then keep dumping, or a dump and then a quick rebound to the upside. But either way, I think the most likely scenario is we do need another downside dumpiness move to either validate the bears or validate the bulls. And yeah, as we can see here on this daily chart, we have these big levels. So we had an initial massive dumpiness, and I think it was a little over exaggerated because of leverage and just because of the current market environment and because of how many traders are here that were not back then. Obviously, I think that also contributed heavily to how we got up to $60,000+ Bitcoin so quickly also. But I think we were a candle, we burned too fast, and now we need, again, a little bit more of, at the very least, some more sideways / dumpiness. But this level right here, we had an initial wick. After we had that initial low, then we had a rebound. The second low here, same thing here was our low. And then we have all of these daily candles closed right here. And this was our last big dumpy move back at the end of June, like June 22nd, 23rd, 24th. And now that's exactly where we are right now. And you can see we have these other levels of horizontal support and resistance above us. But yeah, we're on the very last one. So obviously this is bearish, obviously quite now, in the short term. In the short term, again, I do think we are going to initiate more of a dumpy move here. I don't think anything else makes sense. As well, our next big level, I mean, checking out this $29,000 to $30,000 level where our previous lows were is just absolutely critical. I'm still not convinced just yet that this dump will bring us below it. But if it does bring us below that, then I quickly do expect we will get some sort of rebound regardless. Even if this would get as dumpy as people think it could, I still think we're going to see a rebound regardless at some point. Even in the most bearish of markets, you still get bounces, okay? And again, on this 4-hour chart, yeah, you see us peeking our head out of here. This is just very big, I think. We're still holding right on this fettuccine level around 31.3, so that's pretty big. But yeah, say we break this, that I think is when the dumpy move is going to initiate. And then it will really be a battle to see if 28,000 holds that previous low. If 28,000 holds. And again, a double bottom scenario here is definitely not out of the question. Okay, very realistic that we see a double bottom type pattern. But yeah, but for that to happen, I still think we need this dumpy move first to really just prove it. Because again, I mean, everyone knows the story, how we've just been trading the exact same ranges, pick a direction, and then we can increase the volume at least a little bit. And I think that's what everyone is waiting for. We've seen I mean, let's take a look at this volume. Look at this. It's just been so, I mean, as a whole, this volume has just been on a massive decline for the past 2 months. So a return to volume is only going to happen, I think, with either a pump or a dump. And at this point, a dump, because I think a pump is just very unlikely without a dump at first. And guys, another reason this is just absolutely massive, we were just looking on the daily chart, even some 4 and 6 hour charts. This is the weekly chart. And here we have the 50-week moving average, along with a gigantic Fibonacci support, fettuccine Fibonacci support right here around 30,000, just a huge level, okay? The 3 biggest levels that we have, aside from 20,000, were 30,000, 40,000, and about 58 or 60,000. So absolutely mega dumpy. And yeah, this is just a very long-term, this is a very solid support, which again is one of the reasons why 30,000 has held up so well over these past 9 weeks, okay? Over the past 9 weeks, Bitcoin has only been between 30 and 40,000, okay? There's not been a lot of upside pressure, but there has been a lot of downside pressure, and we're seeing that kind of culminate and climax here. So again, I think that this might be the last gigantic, quick dumpy. Okay, we're actually getting a move as I speak here. I think these are the lowest we've been since June 20th, or it's 26th, it looks like. Yeah, if we go to this chart, yeah, this is the lowest we've been since June 26th, yeah. So if you're watching this video and we're a lot lower, I think that's likely. Meaning, if you're watching this video, I don't think we're going to be quite at these levels, meaning I think we'll be below where we're at right now, or we've already gotten a massive dump and then a quick rebound because, again, I don't think this dump is going to be over until we really push it to the limit here and we see like one of those really quick sell-off wicks that we see very often, exactly like this, like this, like this, and like these candles here. I think that that's exactly what we're going to be seeing very, very shortly. Very likely before this weekend even approaches. Alright, so if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, turn up the notifications, makes these absolutely time-sensitive alerts. Yeah, absolutely very huge, guys. Make sure to take advantage of BlockFi in the description below. I know a lot of people love that platform and a lot of people have been talking about it. And as well, actually, for people against leverage trading, Bybit actually launched spot trading. And I think this is very good, and I'll tell you exactly why. Because, guys, when a massive pump or dump happens in the market, how many big spot exchanges crash, right? Pretty much all of them. I know for a fact Coinbase goes down at the slightest little itsy-bitsy move all the time, to the upside or downside. Kraken as well. I know Binance. I know a lot of top exchanges go down. However, in my personal experience, I have not seen Bybit go down. And now, as of today, I believe, they have just launched spot trading. So a lot less risk for people against leverage, which makes sense because it is inherently more risky. You now have another option to do spot trading if that's something you're interested in. Okay, obviously there are people that just hate leverage, which is totally understandable, right? It is more risky. But without any further ado, that's it for me. Bye-bye.